All right. Yep, we are now live. Hi, I am Kira858, and today we're here for episode 2 of Rivenwood Academy. Look forward to show you all what we've been cooking in the wheelhouse. I think we was here, of course, episode 1 last week. But first, here at the Cookout, we always like to give love and support different individuals in the community, give out different shout outs. So perhaps you could take a look at their channels, support them on their endeavors, and support the creative content that they bring out. So first, we would like to give a shout out for is a good friend of mine. Her name is Murphy Pop Art. I actually first met her on B-Dave server not too long ago via Vampire the Masquerade content. And she's an incredible individual. You've probably seen her on a few TTRPG channels such as Q Times and a couple other streams. She has her own Twitch as well as artwork on her Twitter page where she has some of the cutest art like out there easily. She's an adorable individual, very sweet, very considerate, and who knows, she may appear as a possible guest star in the near future. So with that said, if you can, definitely go ahead and give Murphy Pop Art a shout out and give her a follow on her Twitch as well as her Twitter. The next person we'd like to give a shout out for is also a good friend of mine. His name is The Bear Pen. If you watch our It's Our World streams on Saturday, he plays the character Achilles, which of course is our beautiful fighter individual. He has his own Twitch as well as YouTube channel where he does Vampire the Masquerade every Sunday, which a couple of the players here actually play on that show. And he also has a brand new D&D show that appears on Tuesdays. I think it's called The Knights of Thala. So if you like to support his content, definitely follow The Bear Pen with an H at the end on both YouTube and Twitch. Help him to reach that affiliate process, and of course, get him 100 followers or subscribers on YouTube to get that nice custom URL. And last but not least, the last person we like to give a shout out for is a good friend of mine. Her name is The Void Prince. She is a variety streamer that does different video games, including Donkey Kong Country speedruns, Final Fantasy. She played Final Fantasy 13, 12, 11. She's an incredible individual with a great community. She was actually what first helped me reach affiliate as well here on Twitch. She's LGBT, so we always like to support her and support the LGBT community. So if you can, definitely go ahead and give The Void Prince a follow. And support her on her endeavors. So with that said, next we're going to go ahead and go down the list, introduce our players here, have them bring in their social medias as well as any projects that they're working on. And of course, we'll start today with Mimsy, aka Mary. You'd like to introduce yourself and talk about yourself.
So hi everybody, I'm Mimsy or Morgan, whichever you prefer. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at peachykeen_art, and currently don't have any projects because I'm stuck with school.
Yep, I can understand that. And next, going down the list, we have the new player that joined us from last Rivenwood Academy episode. We have Ursa. If you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your social medias, and any projects you may be working on.
Oh, snap. You let me back in here again.
Of course.
I don't know why he does it. But what's up, y'all? I'm Ursa. I am ill, so I'm literally doing nothing but recovering and playing this game with these people. So if I do sound like I'm in death throes via coughing, forgive me. But so I have nothing going on right now. I won't shout out my social medias because of that. But who knows? It might change next week.
Don't worry. We'll send a lesser restoration to his location in the near future. Well,
I need it, big dog.
well, thankfully, I'm glad that you were able to join us. So hopefully this helped you just a little bit, along with maybe some chicken noodle soup. So going down to the bottom of the row, we'll have Ree. Ree, if you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your socials and any projects you may be working on.
Sure. Hello, everyone. I am at Big Dude Ree on Twitter. So far, I don't have many projects happening, but you can check me out as playing Nubian, the Stoic Monk, on Saturdays at It's Our World. And today should be a good experience of doing our homework and being good little students. That's all.
I think most of us was like that. You know, I can see that. And of course, we have our fantastic DM, Aaron. Aaron, if you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your socials, and of course, in your projects you're working on.
Hey, I'm Aaron, or Wonder Text on Discord and Twitter, and .19 in the chat in Twitch. But I don't know, I've got a few different creative endeavors I'm doing. Nothing I can announce right now, but I'm really enjoying playing It's Our World and also Rivenwood Academy. And any failings or shortcomings of this world are because they are out of my brain. So good luck with that.
Oh, we trust you. We trust this world. We trust you. As like I said, if you saw the first episode, you can definitely see there's a lot of great creativity coming from her. Of course, last but not least, we definitely have Fell Flames, a.k.a. Kellen, a.k.a. Zach. If you'd like to talk a little bit about yourself, plug your socials, any projects you're working on.
My name is Zach, aka Philip Flames. Kira already said that. Darn it. Yeah, so I'm involved in doing lots of writing stuff right now. If I have more to share about that at some point, I will.
Awesome. As mentioned, I think I mentioned it on our It's Our World campaign, but definitely follow his Twitch. He definitely retweets a lot of great writing potential and content. So if you're interested in the writing spectrum, you definitely should follow his Twitter. Which I think should be in the links coming in relatively shortly. I'm pretty sure you enjoy his content. As for yours truly, I am Kira858. I'm here, of course, for this stream as well as It's Our World. We normally do art streams also on Mondays and Wednesdays. Unfortunately, this week I was not able to do those, but next week we definitely should be back in the swing of things. I definitely have some announcements that will be coming in the near future. Perhaps some giveaways that may be coming in to both Rivenwood Academy as well as It's Our World. So definitely keep an eye out on that, not only on our Twitter as well as our Discord, because there may be some nice dice coming your way. In terms of that, we also, of course, speaking of that, we have our Discord in place where we have our watch parties. Our watch parties, we normally have My Hero Academia. We'll be watching The Falcon. We'll also be watching Yasuke from Netflix. So if you're interested in watching those series, haven't gotten a chance to see those, or like to watch it with a group of individuals, talk about it in the chat, you can join us at our Discord, which just came into the chat not too long ago. And of course, we'll look forward to see you all there. So I think that's about it for now. So let's go ahead and bring our introduction in for our second episode of Rivenwood Academy.
Micah, Ardris, Meaty, Calvin, Otis. Behold the spellbinding abilities of Rivenwood Academy.
Natural 20.
All right, and we are back. And so with that said, Aaron, go ahead and take it away.
Woohoo.
All right, so where we stopped last time, our intrepid young would-be heroes had all started their first day of school here at Rivenwood Academy. After getting some breakfast and making a couple new friends, they headed over to one of the arenas for magical combat use. They were introduced to the idea that death in the simulation is not death in real life via Miri's noble volunteering. to get one-shotted by Saskia, and then went with Martum. Dungeon world. Inside this dungeon, they realized that they could use some of the things that they had done in the carnival games from session 0 in order to complete tasks. They spent some concentration spells in order to activate these glowing what do you call those? Recesses in the walls. And they realized with some elemental wands, they could do some, they could activate them, but these little wisps came out that they had to fight as a result. Right before we got finished, Kellen experienced a flash of insight and said, I have a water wand. What happens if I shoot it at not a water thing? And that's actually where we're going to pick up. So we're starting at the top of initiative mid-combat with Ardris. You are the first up. Micah, you are on deck.
Well, taking an idea from what Kellen had done before, I will use my fire wand to hit this green spot over here and lift.
Okay, do me a favor and roll a ranged attack spell without your proficiency.
It's 9 plus... So 14.
14. All right, that is enough. It impacts, and when it impacts, this little alcove goes dark. No wisps come out of it.
Yes, but everyone, I think we should use the counter colors, the counter elements. We can still do this successfully. That'd be the end of his turn.
Awesome, Micah, and then I think Otis, you will be next.
All right, so little Micah listens to the advice, kind of had a similar mindset in mind as well. Is a bit concerned about the water spirit located next to Otis. However, does not have the earth spell enough to be able to eliminate him in one shot. So he's hoping the individual who has the earth spell could be able to address, hopefully, this wisp. And he's going to go ahead and cast Firebolt, specifically on this one right here, which I believe is earth. Is that correct?
Awesome. Make a ranged spell attack, please.
Okay.
You're using, you're not using a wand, right? You're using a cantrip?
Yeah, a cantrip.
Perfect.
Mhm.
And you can add your proficiency.
Awesome. Here we go. Boop. Okay. 13 plus... That'd be a 20 to hit.
Definitely hits.
All right.
And you watch as when it strikes, this goes dark
Awesome.
and is no more.
Okay.
Did you have any bonus action or movement that you wanted to do?
No, I don't have anything that's bonus action based, unfortunately. So that's it for me at the moment.
All right. Otis, you are up. Miri, you're next.
Yeah, Otis will firebolt the last green guy
Okay. Make a ranged spell attack.
on it. Internet, I will slap. Okay.
Comcast, not now.
All right, that is an 18 to hit.
Definitely hits. This one also blinks out of existence. Do you have a
Yeah.
bonus action or movement you want to do?
Otis will just wait.
Okay. Miri, you're next.
All right. She will fire not fire. The earth wand at. I'd rather take out the.
You better save me.
Oh, fine.
No metagaming. No metagaming. You already chose. Go ahead.
What you want?
No, too late. You already chose the alcove. I saw you do it.
Yeah, I was thinking this one. I want to fire at that one.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
That was funny.
All right. Where's my d20? 18 to hit.
Yep. That will do it, and this one winks out of existence. We now have 5 of these alcoves left. 2 of them fire or red, 3 of them water or blue. I'm on the wrong layer. This wisp here is going to first require a dex saving throw from Kellen and Otis.
This is gonna be fun.
On brand for Kellen.
That's a 7 for me.
Yeah, on brand for Urza too. Both of you take 3 points of damage. If you want to, you can make me a quick perception check, both of you.
All right. Oh, you gotta be joking. That's a 13.
Okay. Then you don't really notice anything. And then it's going to make an attack against you, Ursa. Sorry, Otis. It is an 11 to hit.
It doesn't hit.
I believe misses.
Yep.
And that is the end of the Water Wisp's turn. It is now Kellen's turn.
Oh no.
I am going
Oh,
to.
there we go. Okay.
I'm going to shoot my wand at one of the red blobs.
Okay.
Wisp. That is a 5.
That's just intelligence. Oh,
Yeah,
because you're not
that'd
adding
be-
proficiency. I understand.
Right.
Yeah, no, it wildly misses, and as it does, it pops out.
Oh no. At least the water
They
won't
make
get off.
Initiative order really quick. It gets to act immediately and moves right towards, let's see who's closest. I think that would be Micah.
Yep.
Moves directly towards Micah.
Why you
In
sound
fact,
so
we'll
proud
move
of
here
that?
in between Micah and Ardris. I need both of you to make a dex save for me.
Okay. Save plus 2. Ooh, nice. That's a 15 plus 2. So that's a 17?
Okay,
It's a
17.
7 for me.
Okay, so Micah, you take 2 points of like this heat fire damage, and Ardris, you'll take 4.
All right.
And then Micah, you will take an additional 11 points of damage as it suddenly glows brightly, and you again see, like, from the bottom of it, this tornado effect of fire comes down and then right in your face.
Was that like a attack roll or?
Yeah.
That?
It already made an attack roll against you and hit.
Oh, what was the attack roll, by the way?
It was a natural 20 plus its attack bonuses.
Oh, natural 20. Gotcha. Okay, that's not there. I have
I mean,
shields.
I didn't even double the damage, to be honest, because I figured it's a little bit damage.
That would have hurt it. Gotcha. No worries. I was just making sure because I have a shield just in case. All right, you said 11 plus 2. All right, so.
Yeah, so you got 13 points total. That is
Okay.
the end of that Pyro's turn. Ardris, you're up.
All right. As his robes are singed from the elemental, he will use his own wand, to trace the elven script for cold and ray in the air and cast a ray of cold, or as a ray of frost. Ray of frost at the water one over, at the fire one over here. This one right here.
Awesome. Roll your attack.
I forgot to mention. Oh, my apologies. I forgot to mention he would take. Like, I have armor of Agathis on, so he would take 5 points of cold damage from hitting me.
Very nice. Awesome. I will put that in.
I rolled a 23.
What was your
hit? 23.
Definitely hits. One moment.
I can roll. If you need me to roll damage, let me know.
Nope, it successfully
All right.
dissipates that alcove. So it is
So
gone.
he says not to leave Mike alone, so he won't move.
Okay. Micah, you're up. Otis, you're on deck.
All right. So Micah doesn't like this, of course, this creature coming in and just attacking him with a flame tornado, like he's Terry Bogard. So what he's going to do is he's going to unleash. Let's see. I want to do frostbite on this one here, the one that attacked me. So he'll have to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 14. Yeah, 14.
One moment. Let me pull up this con real quick.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Con is. Ooh, okay. So you said DC 14?
Yes.
Roll it. That is a fail.
Awesome. So I get to roll 1d6 of damage. All right, so there's 3 points of cold damage. However, he also has disadvantage on his attack on his next turn. And yeah, that's it for my turn. Yeah, 3 points of cold damage.
It is starting to lose shape. You can see like where it was mostly spherical. Now there are wild kind of wisps of fire coming off of it. It looks, if a fire can be hurt, it looks good.
Awesome. Ooh. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Otis and then Miri.
All right, Otis is going to swing on the blue wisp with a shillelagh.
Okay.
Let's see. Is that +7? Yeah, it's +7. 14 to hit.
That is a miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Do you have a bonus action or movement you want to take?
Nah, I assume it gets attack of opportunity, so I'll stay put.
Okay. Miri.
I'm going to fire at this one with
What are
my
you firing
wand.
with?
My wand. The earth
Oh, the
wand.
earth. Okay.
I think that's 17.
You were targeting a water one? Yes, that hits.
Yes. Okay, 17. So yeah.
And this one leaps out of existence.
Right, and then I am going to move towards this one. I'm going to try and surround it. That'll be it for my turn.
So it looks like we have 3 of these alcoves are still lit, and then there are 2 wisps, a water wisp that is currently surrounded by Kellen, Otis, and Miri, and then a fire wisp that is being flanked by Micah and Marcus. Is the water wisp turn? I need everyone to make that dex save for me.
Mm-hmm.
You mean Otis, Miri, and Kellen, right?
Yeah, sorry. Otis, Miri, and Kellen. The ones who are around the water.
Gotcha.
That's an 18 for me.
Nice.
A 15 for me.
Okay.
5.
All right.
Zach,
Kellen, you
no,
take
dog.
3 points of damage. Miri and Otis, you take 1 each.
Okay.
First damage. For me.
I know.
All right. And then it is going to attack. Well, it's been attacking Otis this whole time. I think it's going to keep attacking Otis.
That sounds about right.
Oh no.
With- does a 16 hit.
Yes, it does.
All right. You take 6 points of damage.
All right.
water damage. It swells in size, and for a moment you cannot breathe, and so you're suffering kind of the effects of hypoxia as like you are drowning above water on land for a moment. And then it is not going to move, so it is now Kellen's turn.
15 to hit this blob.
Excellent. With what? What are you hitting it with?
Oh, the
with
wand.
your water wand?
Yeah.
How many charges do you have left? Because there's only 5 charges in each of these wands. I've been trusting you guys to keep track of how many you've used. I imagine that some of them are reaching the end of their efficacy. This one does disappear. So, if you don't know, you probably have used all your charges. Because we've had a few rounds of combat now.
I was thinking, I was like, I didn't think we knew we had 5 charges. Go ahead.
What I was trying to think about is, am I over 5 already? That might have
I
been
think
the 6th
if
one.
you're not sure, we'll call it at 5, and we'll just say future use, you can't use the one.
That seems fair.
Yeah,
I
I'd
mean, I
say
was thinking
that.
about it
So for
last night,
me,
and I was like,
I'd say that for me as well.
So as you use that final charge, you kind of hear like there's been a low-lying hum that you didn't realize was there until it stopped. And so as you pull that final charge, you see that these buttons on this light, these Arcanotech buttons dim, and it's pretty clear that this is now just a piece of wood. Did you have anything else you want to do? Bonus to remember?
Yep, I'll move here.
Go ahead. Well, I'll just roll this. Ooh. Yeah, that hits.
Wait,
So
hold
you're-
on. Give me a number. We have
Okay.
spells for things.
That's fair. That's fair. A 23 to hit.
Okay, it hits.
I rolled a natural 19, so I just kind of assumed. My bad. I will try to be more specific about it in the future.
Well, it's just I have mage armor on and I have shields. Like I can go up to 19, but that is very high.
I feel it. So that's 10 points of damage from this.
I should have just stayed. Like moving away from them is way more painful.
Mm-hmm. AOTs, dog.
Oh, Lord,
AOT.
Kellen.
Hey, this is the first time you've gone into your actual hit points versus those temporary hit points everyone got. So you're not really hurt.
I mean, Kellen is.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This is the first time he's gotten out of the temp hit points from 8. Okay, and that's the end. No, nothing else.
Oh, so I only really took 2.
Yeah.
That's my turn, but yeah.
Okay. Cool. So the fire wisp is going to first create that tornado. Dex saves, please, from Ardris and Micah.
All right. Let's see. Plus 2. So we
17.
got a 19. All right. So 19. That's a 21.
Okay.
And
Nice. You
die
both take
hard
2
dice.
points of damage.
Okay.
And then it's been targeting you, Micah, and I think you were the last person disrupted, so it's going to target you again. A 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah.
6 points of damage. 6 points of fire damage. Because again, that tornado swirls out.
Okay.
So that is the end of its turn. It's not going to... Actually, it is going to move. My apologies. It is going to move. Because it sees this water wisp. It's going to move here. You can take your attack of opportunities first, and then I will resolve what happens over here.
All right. Otis will go for it.
All right. We only can attack.
Otis doesn't get one yet. It's just Micah and Ardris.
And
Okay, then.
this is just with the dagger.
Oh, yeah, they're moving
Or
Okay.
we can use a spell. I forgot.
No, you have to, unless you have Warcaster, it has to be a melee attack.
Melee attack, gotcha. Okay. So just a dagger. That's a +2. Yeah, that will work. That's a solid 9. Kind of expected that. Okay.
Your sweet baby had a shank this whole time.
Has a specific emblem on it too.
Artist?
So I have an idea here. I don't know if it'll work, but hear me out. Could I cast Vine Trestle, since it's plants and stuff, so that way it comes out of the ground right here, but then comes back into the ground over here?
It's not. Sorry, I was asking about your attack of opportunity. It's almost your turn. It's not quite.
I'm at it. My mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at
This one comes over here and attacks this one. Bluey is gone. Poor little Bluey. Poof, gone. There's now the fire one here. Now it is your turn. So you want to use a vine to connect these two. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, basically Vine Trestle to make vines grow and hit both of them if possible. For earthy theme spell.
Because I don't know Vine Trestle. Let me look it up really quick.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Oh, it'll show up on the road.
You cause a vine to sprout from the ground and crawl across the surface or rise into the air. It must sprout from a solid surface. Such as the ground or wall. It says wall. Has many small shoots. AC 8 hit points. I don't know what a damage threshold means. Go ahead and make me an intelligence check, DC 15. If you hit it, I will say you are able to sprout it from behind this alcove.
11.
What'd you get?
An 11.
Oh, okay. So no, or rather, you do it. It just doesn't work the way that you expect. So you are able to create this vine trellis that goes in between these two, but doesn't actually attack either of them.
All right, then that's the end of my turn.
Micah and then Otis.
I think I have an idea. Let me see. Make sure this works how I'm imagining it. 30-foot home. I think I'm gonna fail save. All right. So it's a 30-foot. Okay. So I can technically do it right here. So you see Micah kind of like look towards the flame over towards the side and then looks towards the remaining remaining ice content. And once again, his third eye starts to open. And you can start to hear, instead of the slight clicking noise, there is a clicking noise, but there is a hint of a dragon's roar underneath it. And he kind of like leans his head back and then unleashes what's called icing. 1 second, my apologies. It is called. It is called Icy Death's Frost. However, you see the ice come out originally, and then the blue starts to rotate and switch into flame, and then suddenly you have a massive dragon flame coming out of his mouth towards the two items over here. So they have to make these two water wisp to be continued items have to make a Constitution saving throw, or take. It would take 3d8 fire damage.
Yeah, can you show me which direction you're aiming at?
Oh, sure. So it'd be a 30-foot cone. So I'm guessing. So it'd be this way.
Okay, so you're aiming directly in between them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you said that it comes out as fire, even though you're using like a sorcery point to change the element, or 2 points to change the element.
Oh no, so it's just one.
So you do that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was 2 to change the element.
Nope.
Okay,
just one.
So you do that. This massive gout of flame. It's crazy because Mike is a small kiddo, And then he just opens his mouth, and as it unhinges, like there's this huge like roaring vortex of flame that strikes here. What it does is it lights that vine trestle on fire, so that just burns away. And it impacts the wall quite severely, but it doesn't seem to do anything to the blue alcove.
Oh.
It was Earth, big dog.
Yeah, man, they're...
Oh,
They got,
I got it mixed up. There you go. That's a big booby. Okay. He kind of looks, he pauses, he's like, oh, wrong. And he said, that's his turn.
I mean, we tried every other combination. We tried like and opposites. We might as well have completed the triangle.
Yeah, I don't think I have poison and acid, so I don't think any of those would have switched him over. Would have worked either. I don't have like an earth spell that can convert the element to per se. So,
anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's my turn.
Otis and then Mary.
All right, Shillelagh swing on the red wisp.
Heck yes.
They always coming after me.
Gotta stop projecting so strong, man.
They really like you, this.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
All right. Let me see. 11 damage.
Poof! It is out of existence. You successfully disrupt it, and it's like like those Coke bottle water tornadoes you can make, and they stop shaking them, and they slowly kind of just stop. It's like that, but in kind of spirit form. It eventually just kind of stops rotating and dissipates.
Nice.
This dude is Gonzo. Anything else you'd like to do?
How's everybody doing on health? Or, well, in character question, does Otis see
medicine
any
check.
damage? Okay.
I'll say make a room medicine check to just kind of see how people are doing.
You got it. Oh, I rolled high. Okay, that is a 23.
So of everyone in the room, Micah looks the most injured. You can tell that everyone has taken a little bit of damage, but Micah and yourself have taken the most.
Goes, I got you, Pipsqueak. And he's going to cast Healing Word. That's his bonus action.
Micah turns around with like a smile. He says, thanks.
All right, let me roll that for you.
What level are you?
Just first level. Just first level. And I heal you for the 4 points. Nice.
Okay.
So, what's your spellcasting ability modifier?
Oh, right. I didn't add my wisdom to it. So, yeah, that's 9.
Oh, 9 points. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very nice. Let me do some quick reverse maths here. Yeah. Nice. Very good. Did you want to move any, or are you finished with your turn?
I'll finish my turn for now. Especially since I'm this injured. Yep.
Miri, you are up. Kellen, you're on deck.
All right. Let's see. Okay. I want to stab it.
What are you stabbing it with?
My rapier.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Make use of me, young rabbit. Make use of me.
That is, I think, a 15 to hit.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
8. Poop damage. 6 damage.
6.
Better than 0.
Sorry, is this a Pact of the Blade thing where it is a magical weapon?
It is my... I mean, it's not...
Did you change your pact? Am I remembering that correctly?
No. I don't have a pact yet because I'm not level 3 in Warlock yet.
Oh, so it's just a regular... I got you.
Okay.
Okay. So as you stab in, it's an alcove of light, It's kind of hard to see or do damage against an alcove of light with a piece of sword. But you feel like maybe you connected with something. Maybe it did something.
I need bonus actions. No, because I used them last combat. Never mind.
Okay.
That'll be it for me.
Up at the top no, sorry. I almost skipped you, Kellen. My bad. Kellen, what you gonna do?
Not like I haven't been through enough yet.
No, you got this, Zach. The dice love you, dog.
Can I try and cast Chill Touch on this blob?
You can. Go ahead and make a ranged spell attack.
I'm gonna try to freeze it. 21?
Nice.
21 will hit. What kind of damage is it? Is it
Necrotic.
necromantic damage? Like what school of magic is Chill Touch?
Necromancy, it deals necrotic.
Okay. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
7.
7. Very nice. You do see an effect, but it's not as much as you would expect. Like it appears like the spectral hand kind of palms the alcove sort of, and like there is some sort of reaction. But I mean, this is a spell that you've used a lot before. You would have expected something a little bit more. So it did something, but the alcove is still there. Anything else for your turn?
We'll move 5 feet and then I'm done.
Nice. The chest becomes a mimic and devours you whole.
Hey, I'm not saying that's why I moved away from it, but you know.
Just speak.
All right, back to the top now. Ardris.
Margus will wave his wand and 4 motes of light will appear and he'll cast magic missile on this one.
Oh, nice. All right. It auto hits. Go ahead and roll that damage.
So 4 darts that do 2 damage each. I cast it at 2nd level.
Oh, nice.
It's all force damage.
Sorry, how much was it total?
Total 8 points of damage.
8 points. With the damage that Kellen already did, it was kind of weakened, and it's strange. You're not really sure how this works because it's just like it's literally just light in a alcove in the wall, but something about what you did worked, and combined with what Kellen did, it grows dark. So there's now 1 alcove left, directly in front of Miri. Did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Nope.
Okay, Micah, and then Otis.
Is it possible for me to make an Arcana check to determine if acid or poison may generate a similar effect as the earth from the wand that was used that we have that was earth-based? Or would I know that?
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check. Let's see what you figure out.
Okay. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, nice. Okay, that is a 13. So 17 total.
So you're thinking about it, and you're like, "There's no way poison would work."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't breathe. It doesn't have a corporeal form in order to be poisoned. There's no way it's going to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Acid, you're not sure. You think that if it does do something, it would be very different than what the earth would do. So maybe, maybe not.
All right. You know what? Just to be on the safe side, it's going to be really weird, but I'm going to attempt to cast Mind Sliver on it. Which is technically it is psychic damage, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, it needs to make an intelligence saving throw, and it takes 1d6 psychic damage and subtracts 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of its next turn.
What kind of save is it?
Intelligence saving throw. So DC 14.
Pretty sure that's gonna fail. Let me double check. Oh yeah, that fails. He fails.
Okay. All right, so 1d6. That's a solid 2 points of psychic damage. But it does have to subtract 1d4 from its next saving throw.
Okay.
And that's my
Noted.
turn.
So again, it's light in a smaller space. It's really difficult to tell this kind of thing, but because of your previous Arcana check, I will say that you notice that the light is dimmer than it was before. And maybe it's just because all of the other lights are out. This is the last one, but the room itself does seem quite dim. So you think that you're able to accurately tell that it has an effect.
Gotcha. Okay.
Otis, then Mary.
Okay. Otis will also cast Magic Missile at the 2nd level
Nice. Go ahead and roll that damage.
on it. Okay, so that's going to be 4 per, so that's 16.
Oh, this one is gone. The room is temporarily quite dark because the illumination from these things are kind of the main source of light in this room. There's some diffuse lighting in the background, but it's not much. And then, as the final one goes dark, in between where all of those columns are, the floor begins to descend and shift. And as they come down, it creates a spiral stairway that goes further down into this building, room, dungeon.
Everyone all right?
Otis just shakes his head no.
Do you need something? I have a little something if you need it.
You mean there's more to this place? Thought this was it. I want to get back to my bird.
Not quite, but if we need to take a moment to rest, we can, or we can push forward.
Did not answer my question.
I'm good, Rabbit.
Don't call me Rabbit.
Rabbit. My boy is ignorant.
You know what? I was going to offer you something, but now I'm not going to anymore.
Sounds like life to me.
So I am going to scout ahead for a bit.
Down?
I think so, Micah.
Yeah, he just starts making his way down the stairs.
Yep.
All right, this room to the left, the blank empty room, that's where you end up. So you can just put yourself in that room.
Doesn't matter where we go.
No, it doesn't matter where.
Okay.
Anywhere in the room's fine. And as you get down there, you exit and you look behind you, and just like when you entered the first room, the door is no longer there.
Oh no, this didn't come with us. Oh.
Well, I intended to,
Otis,
but...
you can see the stairs down.
Okay. I
There's
mean,
nothing
Otis,
stopping
would
you
follow
from
suit.
following.
Yeah, Otis will follow suit.
Okay. Well, when you arrive, you turn, and also, the door is not there. So in this room, what you can see is stone, more stone. Make an investigation check if you'd like to know more.
Everybody?
Ooh.
Yeah, anyone who would like.
Yeesh. Oh,
Ooh. Well,
Alrighty.
that's a 5.
well, here goes this low number. What? Where did this come from? Okay. I don't know how this happened. 17.
And 20?
No, 15. Plus 2. I was like, what?
10 for me.
Otis rolled a 7.
Helen?
Come on, Kellen.
Perception, right?
Investigation. That's why I was so scared. Because intelligence is not my good spot.
That's actually better.
Well, DC 10 for the first thing you see, which is there are 3 small balls that are kind of stacked up in, well, they're not stacked really, they're bundled together in the very center of the room. And all of you are kind of looking at, they're kind of like hard hacky sacks, like more compact than the average hacky sack would be, and kind of large, like softball size. And Micah was the one who got the highest one, right? You got 17?
Yes, 17.
So everyone else is kind of looking at it, and your eyes go up, and you can see that on the ceiling there is a series of concentric rings, 3 of them. The smallest one is the furthest out, and then there's a larger one that's a little bit further in, and the larger one that's a little bit further in. It looks like a bullseye.
He will tug on Mary's. Remind me, Mary wears a dress, right?
Mm-hmm. She does wear a dress.
So he'll tug on the side of Mary's dress, and then when you look down, he'll point up toward the bullseye and say, "Softball."
Softball. Oh, there's a little bullseye up there. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think this one is for you, Mary. After you.
Good.
Well,
you're good.
Well, thank you, but I just throw them up there? I don't really understand the objective of this.
It's worth a shot.
Yes, if that doesn't work, then there are other options. But we mentioned start with the simplest first.
True. If I get stabbed again, it's been nice. You know.
No stab.
Rogue Saskia steps out and just
rams me with her sword.
Yeah.
So I guess Mary will. Are they like? They're small.
They're about softball size.
Okay.
So like, I mean, it's not uncomfortable to hold, but they are bigger than like what you might expect.
Mm-hmm. All right. So she'll pick one up and try and toss it.
Okay. Make me a range check with disadvantage. Unless you can convincingly explain to me how you would mitigate that.
I don't have anything, Karen. Something?
Well, I mean, like, it depends. If you had something, I was like, just to be on the safe side, you can go ahead. If not, then, your boy might be able to come in with something. Just to be on the safe side.
I don't think I have anything. No. Just roll.
Okay. So in that case, Micah notices that perhaps there's like maybe a nervousness in her physique, or maybe like an insecurity. So he kind of turns his head for a bit, and then of course when he turns his head to the side, the third eye starts to open. He says, "Brave, be brave," and he removes the disadvantage, of course, using restore balance. So now it'll be just a straight roll.
The weirdest way that this works. I feel like it makes sense if someone is opposing advantage, disadvantage, but like overcoming natural like geographical phenomenon via the power of third eyes is
the boat tries for balance.
Control.
Yep. It's chaotic.
The balance here should definitely be weighted against you, man.
If it helps
the balance
you,
of gravity.
If it helps you wrap your mind about it, think of it as supernaturally giving yourself advantage or giving someone else disadvantage to cancel it out. Like instead of just like I'm removing this, I'm supernaturally like flipping the scale, which causes it to even out.
That makes sense. So with your straight roll, what'd you get?
I got it at 20.
Yes.
Ooh.
Wow. Yes.
So like it's like this weird softball thing. You kind of look up, you're looking at that bullseye, and you're like, you probably just kind of juggle it and hit up. So you take these 3 balls and you throw one up, and as you do, you kind of overpower it because you're expecting something lighter, and you chunk it, and as you do, it hits that center bullseye. Clink, it pushes it in, and then clink, that second one also goes in. So now there's just one ring of bullseye, like one large plate of bullseye to hit in order for it to be flush against the ceiling.
You're scary good at that, rabbit.
Seriously. No, you tell.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess throw the next one.
Roll it with disadvantage.
Disadvantage this time, yeah.
I only can do it one more time, but
You want guidance?
I can take guidance, yeah.
All right.
Did you
Hold us
already
up.
roll it?
No, I haven't
I
yet.
didn't even put it on.
I got him right here.
If you want me to cast guidance, I got you. All right, Otis will walk up and touch Miri on her throwing arm and be like, aim straight down the middle. You gotta want it. You gotta want it, rabbit. You gotta want it. Right down center
Hey.
line.
Let me roll that guidance.
All right.
Ooh, a 16. Thank God.
A disadvantage.
Very nice. That is
Nice.
just enough to get what you needed. So you toss it up. It hits that third one with enough force that it knocks it into the thing. I need everyone to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God.
Oh man. Oh, okay. Well, speaking of 16,
19.
That's not bad.
That is
17.
18 for me.
I'm going to use my reaction to add a d4 onto mine. A 16.
Wow. So we have 16, 17, 18, and 19.
When is break?
Do you need one?
Well, I was just thinking it might be time to cleanse my space potentially.
Oh,
Um,
All right,
no.
let's resolve this and then we'll take a quick break.
The dice needs to be
Was
purged.
was it a 1?
Well, it's roll 20. Like I need to close some my computer or something. I got a 6.
Yeah. Okay. So if you can move everyone but Kellen, if you can move your guys. Oh, that's why I can't.
Yeah, I'll move her to the
You guys
side.
managed to come over here.
Okay.
Kellen, you do not finish this.
Oh,
As,
no.
When that bullseye goes, that's in that player. A
Oh,
massive
ho, ho, ho,
hole
ho.
drops out in the center, and you are in free fall. And that is where we're going to take.
Oh! Kelly comes back in the second half using D&D Beyond Dice. So it's so weird. So thank you all so much for currently watching the stream. We're going to take a quick break. If you like what you're seeing here and would like to talk about the content, such as, of course, our characters, the great magic aspect that we're seeing from Aaron, you can join us at our Discord, which I'll place in the chat below. Once again, we have a section in place for a non-spoiler as well for a spoiler section. We have artwork as well as announcements when the YouTube VODs comes up. So go ahead and join our Discord. But like I said, we look forward to see you there. So we're going to be on break and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.
I'm going to take their dice.
All right, and we are now back for the second half of Rivenwood Academy, episode 2. Aaron, take it away.
All right, so all of you jump back as this bullseye becomes flush with the ceiling, and this massive pit that spans the entirety of the length of this room suddenly drops out from underneath you. Most of you are able to scramble over to relative safely, but Kellen is currently falling. Kellen, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Nice. 15.
Very nice. And you do not have dark vision, or you do? I always forget.
He's human.
No. Okay. So you look down, and this yawning chasm is going out as far as you can see. You don't see a floor to it. You're falling and falling and falling and falling. And then you are very suddenly teleported. The wrong freaking thing. Teleported right here. You take 3 points.
700 damage. How much?
3 points of damage. As you are, you watch. The rest of you watch as you're just like, oh, what should we do? Oh no, he's gonna fall. Should we jump in and grab him or whatever? And then it's just poof. He appears right above you, just overhead level, and comes down and hits the ground. With that perception check, as you're kind of dusting yourself off, you look around and you can see that across the way of this chasm, there are 3 targets. It looks like archery range targets.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look behind you, let me move these up to the right layer. You see these 3 coils of rope. Do you want to go look at them?
Yeah, Otis will examine one. You want me to roll perception or investigation on that?
No, I mean it's a coil of rope.
Oh, it's normal rope.
On one end, it is fastened to an arrow.
Ooh.
And the other end of it is anchored into the wall.
I should have gotten catapult.
About 4 to 5 feet off of the ground is where the anchor point is, and the rest of it is coiled up.
Is there a bow as well, or is it just an arrow?
There is no bow, just an arrow.
Nope. Does anybody have catapult?
But before we,
the arrows are made out of metal, so they are heavier than your traditional arrows would be. I forget exactly how heavy I said they were. 1 moment.
Mage
You
Yeah.
guesstimate that the arrow themselves are probably like 8-ish pounds,
Okay.
but the weight of the rope, you're not sure if you could pick it up with mage hand or not.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it.
Okay, go ahead and make
Stop being serious. I am not that much.
You're not being serious, or you are? Because
no, I'm not.
it is an option.
No.
Okay.
how many points of damage did Kellen take again?
3.
3 damage. Because Mary wants to mend their relationship. I guess she has like a pouch or something. She's gonna dig out, and she's actually gonna give him one of her health potions that she carries with her.
And you remember, I don't remember who opened it up. Was it you that there were 2 health potions in that last room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I don't think it was me though.
I
I don't remember who opened the chest.
I know Otis well, did he?
Otis opened the sleep one with the wand.
Mm-hmm.
It was me that opened.
I thought it was you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was. So I guess she's got 4, but she's gonna give him one of them. Here you go, Kellen.
He kind of like takes it the way you might take something that someone is like, here's a bomb, but it won't explode. Just like, well, this is quite the gift.
Anyone have any ideas?
No, but Kellen almost went splat, so that's why I kind of wanted to give him that.
Okay.
I'm not. Well, thank you. I'm not sure now would be the time to use it. But thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't suppose any of you brought a bow with you.
No. No.
Nope.
Well,
It's going to
no
drastically change my plans if you had.
Are you gonna try the?
oh
mage hand thing?
wait, does it look like this bow this arrow can fit inside a crossbow?
Oh, you're asking if it's a bolt? Okay.
No, it's not. It's not a bolt. It is
Okay.
a proper arrow.
Okay.
I
So
mean, you could try.
Kellen-
If you want to try, you can try. You might
Kellen-
have to do some augmenting for it.
Helen will pull out a dagger and say, I have one of these.
I don't think that's going to help.
But you can throw them.
Unless you want to attach that to the rope instead. I don't think.
does it look like the rope can be detached from the arrow?
No, it looks very securely fastened. You could hypothetically cut the rope itself, but it doesn't look like you could remove the rope without damaging it.
Yeah.
Is it possible I could cut it and then wrap it around my bolt from the crossbow and then shoot it?
You can try.
Man, that's this.
Before we do that,
Oh,
can I just look down the chasm?
Yes. Make a perception check.
Okay. 14.
Do you have dark vision?
I do not, but I have Devil's Sight. It allows me to.
It's not magical darkness.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you look down and you see a yawning, deep, deep, deep chasm. It goes farther than what you can see from the illumination in the room. You don't see anything particularly special about it from the parts that you can see.
You could try throwing them into the targets. It's very much like darts, I imagine. My father was really good at that.
Better than nothing.
So I'm presuming I could do this. I just wanted to verify. I could use Maximilian's Earthen Grasp and have it grab it and throw it, right? I didn't want to use it because that's a second level spell. That's my last second level spell. But if we got to, then we got to. But
Let me see if you can throw something with that.
well, I mean, you can move it to practice so it reaches. Yeah, as an action, you can cause the hand to crush, to break out. As an action, you can cause the hand to reach for a different creature or to move it to a different unoccupied space within range. The hand releases a restrained target if you do so. So it's mostly made for like grabbing somebody and crushing it. It's like a supersized mage hand. It normally it does like how much damage? 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and the individual is restrained. So presumably,
I mean, you could restrain the arrow with it. I think that is something you could do. I don't think that you could then use the earthen grasp to catapult the arrow.
oh no, I'm presuming it can move, right? It would be able to just have it move to the what's it called?
Other side?
Yeah, the other side, and then just jam it pretty much. Would it be able to do that?
I think that it cannot move over the chasm. It could move down the walls of the chasm. Like, it would have to have ground that it was moving over because of the nature of what it's made out
You
of.
got your normal mage hand.
Yeah, but that's still too heavy. She said it was 8 feet.
Oh, too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I'm about to dart it then. Hold on.
Otis will do the same. Cast guidance on himself.
What is the roll for this? What is the roll for darting arrows?
You are going to make a ranged melee attack. Or not melee attack. You know, a ranged attack with without proficiency because it's improvised.
Ranged melee.
Can I still add my D4 to it with the guidance?
If you want to stop before you do it and guide yourself, you can.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Oh no. All right. Let me see here. Oh, nice.
I have proficiency with darts.
So that's an 18 naturally. Let me roll my D4. And I rolled a 4 on that, so that's 22.
Dark proficiency.
22, very nice. Okay, so Argis, you go up to the middle one, you grasp it, you kind of give it a good little heft, and you're like, can't be all that different from a dart. 90% of the same thing. And you go to heft it, and that coil of rope, like you didn't really unwind it before you tried to heft it. And so it ends up like creating kind of a tension that's pulling it backwards, and it sails a little bit and then starts to go down the chasm until it is caught.
It's not at all like throwing the darts.
Otis, you pick yours up. You take the time with guidance, like you take the time to unwind the rope and make sure that it's not going to be a problem. And you kind of sit there and you're like, and as you release, and it hits as a bullseye. As it does, you see that there is this tiny ledge of stone that appears directly underneath the rope over the chasm.
And Otis can see that, in spite of it being in the darkness or whatever.
Yeah, it's not in the dark. It's directly over the chasm, so it's in that room. Like it's flush with where the ground is, and it's very small. It's like 3 inches across or something.
Okay.
All right, just pulling it back up the rope.
You're pulling back up the rope. Kellen and Micah and Mary, what are y'all doing?
Try not to fall in the pit, probably.
It's like grab Kellen by his collar, just pull him back. I guess Miri will try and chuck a arrow as well. Undo it because she saw what Argis did.
All right. So Argis finishes hauling his up and passes the arrow onto you.
Sure. Yeah. So it's a ranged, you said?
Yeah, a ranged attack without proficiency.
That is a 22.
Nice.
All right, so same thing happens for you. Like you saw how Otis did it, and like you're apparently able to download from the Matrix because you're just like, yeah, no, I get how that works. And you do the exact same movements that he does, and you hit in the exact same place on the bullseye that you throw at. And again, you see there's this tiny little like walkway of stone that's barely 3 inches across that forms directly underneath where that rope is.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Micah?
If anybody does it, I'm going to give them a bardic inspiration.
Well, Micah is like thinking to himself because he's like, I'm not strong. This is inside his head. But he's like, I can't make Mom upset. He looks down and he's like, he looks at the other. He says, bolt? Crossbow? Pew. Pew. And then he'll point towards the area. Kind of show like he's thinking about like cutting the rope, putting around his his bolt per se, and then shoot again and see if that works.
Is it like a mini crossbow?
Yeah, where sorcerer gets the crossbow, so wherever the crossbow size that he
Is
would
it light
have.
or hand?
Like yeah.
Okay.
I think it makes sense that Kellen, you are probably the one being spoken to the most because everyone else is fiddling around with what they were just doing.
Question. These are like painted on the ground, right?
What
The
are painted?
bullseyes?
No, they are standing targets.
Excellent. Kellen is going to. We have sections of rope, right?
Mhm.
He's going to take a section of rope,
Mhm.
try to estimate the width of the bullseye,
Mhm.
create a lasso that is about the same diameter with an inch or two of give in it, and attempt to throw the lasso around the bullseye.
Okay. Make an intelligence check first for your guesstimations.
Come on, Kellen, we believe in you.
Come on, Kellen.
Hold on. We agreed I had to roll on D&D Beyond now.
Yep.
so-
Yep. Get your eye and roll 20. I think it's the pits.
15.
There you go.
How much?
15.
There you
50.
go.
Nice. Okay. So you look at the other two ropes that have been successfully thrown, and you realize that the length of the rope is just about the length of the room, from where it is anchored in the wall to where that bolt is sticking in the bullseye. So you can maybe do it. It's going to be a really close call, making the lasso. Well, if you'll have enough room to do it, it's right on the edge. You think it's probably possible, but it will require some finesse.
So you said that the ropes are bolted into the ground, right?
Into the wall, yes.
He's going to cut it.
Okay. You successfully cut the rope. I'm not going to make you roll for that. It is a
Okay.
thing that you can do with enough time.
He is going to then be a bit closer while he does it from here, and then holding on to the end of the rope, assuming he's able to successfully make the lasso. He's going to make a new anchor point with one of his daggers.
Or you could use the arrow that's still attached to the other side. If you want to use it instead of cutting twice.
I don't understand
I-
how that solves the problem. I've taken it off the anchor point. I need to make a new anchor point, right?
Yeah, so it's anchored on one end on the wall, and the other end has an arrow attached. So I'm saying, like, if you take it off the anchor point, the arrow is still attached to the rope. You could use that arrow as the anchor point if you wanted to kind of drive it into the ground a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I think I'd be willing to try that. I think he and I was sort of assuming that an arrow wouldn't be enough of an anchor point. But since it seems to be magically transforming into more of like a stone walkway, it might be, might not matter as much. So okay, we'll try it that way. What else do you want me to roll for this strange contraption that I'm concocting?
Yeah, it's really quite interesting to try and decide how that works. I mean, your intelligence was high enough. I'm going to say there's a low DC, we'll say a DC 10 dex check for constructing your lasso.
Okay.
Just give me any number in 2 digits.
Why you say that like you have no faith?
Give me a 2-digit number.
12.
All right, so you're able to successfully create this lasso. You had 10 feet of rope to work with, so you feel that this will work. Now make a ranged attack with out your proficiency because it's an improvised weapon. Sort of.
That's just another dexterity check, right?
You could argue dex or strength. Like, if you want
Dexterity it is. Miri.
Yes.
He looks at the weird lasso contraption. I don't suppose you have any inspiring words for a moment like this?
She did technically say she was gonna do it, whoever did it.
Yeah, I did, yes. Well, I could do a little Kellen dance.
Little Kellen dance.
Did you go like full cheerleader,
look
like spectral pom poms appear in your hands as you're like, KELLON, no Kellen.
Well, I'm both a bit embarrassed and proud because I don't think anyone's ever done a dance for me before, so that's new.
You just spelled his name.
Anyone else want to do anything to make this succeed before he rolls?
Do you want guidance, dog? I'll give you guidance.
It's your call.
Take the guidance.
How
Otis
do you
goes
guidance?
over. Otis goes over and taps Kellen on the shoulder. He goes like, "You got this. You did all the math things and you calculated all the digits. I could see it in your eyeballs. Now you just gotta take the thing and throw it at the thing like I know you can do."
Miri's inspiration is a D6.
It is, yes.
$22.
Nice.
Yeah.
For the third 22 in a row, you successfully are able to lasso the third target. And just as before, you do see that there is this stone path, sort of. It's like a ledge. It's very, very, very narrow, directly underneath the path of this rope. So there are now 3 of these. And on the far wall behind where these targets are, you can see that there is this large glyph that starts to...
What's going on with that thing?
I'm not sure what that is.
Do I recognize the glyph?
And make an Arcana check.
After tonight.
Do I recognize?
Yeah, I was saying like, I'll give it a shot just to go to the same side.
18.
Okay, there you go.
Is anybody? Oh no, never mind.
No, I think our wizards probably got this one unlocked. They're the ones who study this kind of thing. You look over and you're kind of looking at the glyph, and it's not exactly familiar to you. Like, it's clear that somebody has created this gift, but it gives you the feeling of exit.
I believe that it says exit. Now we just need to figure out how.
So to recap your physical space, there are these 3 small ledges that lead from where you are to the opposite side of this chasm, where those ropes are currently anchored into those. So because the path of the rope goes over the path of the stone, it's not an easy feat, but you can use the rope to help you balance your way across.
Yeah, Otis is gonna wild shape into a rat.
Nice. You do so.
Argus is walking across.
Yep, he's gonna just scamper across the rope, or he's gonna attempt to scamper across the rope. I don't know what you have planned, Aaron.
Across the rope or across the ledge?
I mean, yeah, we'll go for the ledge. We'll go for the ledge.
Okay. Is there anyone not crossing?
Okay.
I'm crossing.
But Otis, go ahead and make your dex check is straight because you have the rope. Otis, you can roll yours with advantage because you're in the shape of a rat.
Sweet.
17 for Argus.
17 as well for me.
Okay, 14 plus 2, 16 for me.
Oh,
Is this a dex check or a dex save?
Ellen!
A dex check, not a save.
Okay, so that's a 19 for Otis.
Okay.
You didn't use roll 20, did you, dog?
He said
Dog.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead
said
and
you
roll
don't
a-
use.
Kelly, go ahead and roll a dex save to see if you can catch yourself as you begin to.
Oh, come on, man.
And Argus try to
Why are
like
you? Why are you trying to pretend that a dex save is any different for me than a dex check?
Okay, that's fair. Does anyone want to do anything before he plummets?
No, I rolled a 19.
You're 19, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
snap!
so you start to way overbounce. You're watching. Everyone else seems to like be walking as if this were just regular crowd. Like they're just taking it super chill. You have fallen, and you know what that fallen feeling is like, and you make the mistake of looking down. And as you do, you're like, oh no, and you start to overcorrect and you balance. But then you are able to grab onto that rope, and even though like one of your feet comes off, you remain on the thing. You have not yet crossed yet. Everyone else is on the other side, but you are still balanced on that ledge.
I just wants to hold a hand out towards Kevin. You can do it. Come on, it's fine.
Well, I used D&D Beyond.
Oh no!
Did you roll with advantage because Argus is helping you?
No, I did not.
Do it.
Dirty 20.
There we
Nice.
go.
Hey.
All right. Again, you almost fall again, and then you catch his hand, and suddenly it's like the world makes sense again, and you're able to, get your equilibrium, and you are now all standing. As you all make it, these bullseyes suddenly fold in, like towards the chasm, and it all disappear, and you are left in a room that is just that cliff.
Mm.
Shall we exit together?
Otis is going to turn back into his human form.
Oh, carry little oldest rat.
Not on your life, rabbit.
Everyone touch the glyph?
Yeah.
As you touch the glyph, you are suddenly blinking out bright sunlight as you step out of the arena, and you are back, just in the real world.
Well, everyone did really well. It was overall pretty good.
Where's my bird?
You look up and you see Azarath is like chilling on this tree here, just like hanging out.
There you are.
It's easy. It's like squawk, squawk, caw, caw. And Martim is standing there with her little magical clipboard, and she's making a few notes, and she's like, okay. And then she's like, go to the hall in the classroom building. That's where your next class is.
That is it for us here.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you for the lesson. Places just warmed away.
He just Micah just waves and heads off. I mean, again, her personality is really not much different than his mom in some ways. So he's like, this is normal. He just keeps rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you all make your way. You head into the main doors. You go past the potions class, past the laboratory, past the other classroom, and you head to the classroom on the farthest right, which is a large hall. And as you enter, you realize it feels like everyone is here. It is packed with various people, various parties. You see Scram and what did I name the other guy?
Raisha. Yeah.
Raisha, that's right. You see Scram and Raisha with their party off in a corner. This is a very, very large room. It looks like it can hold like 200 people. There's a large stage. What you don't see, I'll just say, what you don't see are any sophomores. That is something that you realize now as you've walked across campus into this room. You haven't seen anyone except for first-year students. But it doesn't.
I was going to ask you that. Okay.
Is there a seat at
Whoa.
the front of the class?
Wait. We all need to take the momentous occasion. He was gonna ask you that.
Out of character.
So you do see Chancellor Rosani is up on the stage at front, doing some stuff. There is a small section of chairs. You can decide where you want to sit in terms of at the front or at the back or in the middle.
Artist front.
Yeah, especially if Mom's there, he's definitely sitting in the front.
He starts pulling out books, papers, a fancy quill pen.
Oh my God.
I imagine he's the one that got the most expensive paper, the most expensive pens.
Oh,
I mean, like
100%. It's calligraphy
Like,
paper. His
yeah.
house symbol is on it. 100%.
It's got some like little stamp and everything.
yep. Oh, that's awesome.
I love it. Just about as soon as you sit down, you are the last people to enter. Chancellor Rosani's like, very well, everyone. Quiet down, please. Welcome to the History of Magics. This was initially going to be one of the many courses we offered for individual use, but we had a surprisingly high amount of interest this year. And so we've decided that among the professors, we will each take a turn and make it a shorter class, a once per week class, so that you can take more individually suited items. And we can all increase our general knowledge of magics and where they come from and what they can do. Are we ready? And you can tell that a lot of the freshmen are quite intimidated by her. I mean, she is something of an imposing figure, not physically, but like socially. Especially because she's the chancellor, like they kind of like sit up a little bit straighter, and no one's really whispering or passing notes in the background. Actually, Micah, can you DM me a perception check real quick?
Sure.
For everyone else, did you have anything that you wanted to see or look about the room before the class starts?
No, Otis would just look around, just eye the room, scan it, see if he sees anything that catches his eye.
Helen would be looking for the other first years who were jelly to see if they're present.
Yes.
Mary would like to see what Scram is doing at the moment.
Nice. All right, so you look over. We'll go with Otis and Kellen first because you recognize the same person at the same time. Far in the back, not sitting at one of the chairs, but instead arms crossed, kind of leaning against one of the walls. You see this blue-scaled dragonborn.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Okay.
And she is definitely, when she deigns to look in your direction, not happy to see you. And around her are a few other people. There's a couple of humans, an elf, a gnome, a half-orc. They're all kind of sitting together. And all of them, kind of like how your group has kind of a purple motif, all of them have kind of a blue and silver motif going.
Oh, they B tier.
And none of them seem particularly happy to see you. It's not that they're not like making any trouble or anything, but like you can tell like their ego's a little bit bruised from losing the scavenger hunt to you guys, and so they are aware that you are here.
Good.
Miri, you look over and you see not too far away from you at all is Scram, also sitting in the very front row. Around her is a bunch of other people. There's 2.5 elves. Raisha is there, and then another dwarf. And they are excitedly chatting. They seem to have come from one of the different arenas, and they're talking about like Raisha is in the middle of saying like, it was all right, it's fine. And Scram's like, no, It was the coolest. It was the best. They're talking about whatever they went through. And Scram is very happy and Raisha's less impressed. Did you DM me on... Oh, did you put it on Discord?
Yes, this...
So-
oh, you want it via Zoom?
No, it's all good. I found it.
Okay.
Otis, the only other thing Kellen would do is when he notices that you're also checking out the competition, he would raise the eyebrows and smirk.
Otis will smirk back. And Otis would not try to hide it, be discreet about it.
Okay. Artist, was there anything you wanted before class starts? Because class is fixing to start.
Me?
Yeah.
Nope. He's focusing on Professor.
Out here being a good boy.
So Chancellor Rosani comes up to the middle and is like, all right, so each week we will have a different professor come in that will talk to you about different schools of magic. You will learn what the members of your party knows and learn how magic came to be, basically. For some of you, this is not going to necessarily be new information in its entirety, but I believe that it will be beneficial for all. For those of you who have not had any classical training in magic, you will want to take notes. Any guesses as to what our first school of magic will be?
Abjuration.
Excuse me?
Abjuration.
Mr. Aladdin. Aladdin.
Aladdin?
Aladrin.
Okay.
That's an Aaron problem, not a Chancellor Rosani. She knows your name.
Abjuration, Professor.
Not a bad guess. But what we're actually going to study today, and as he steps forward, you see that the illusion of Chancellor Rosani opens up and dissipates around him, and you see Professor Alfred Bloom. He's like,
Cool.
well, actually, today we are going to study the School of Illusion. Anyone have a good idea about what illusions are?
Ellen is going to cast Disguise Self to mimic the blue dragonborn behind him.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
The rivalry has
Nice.
begun. The rivalry has begun.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Did you roll one when you spotted her before, or no? Did I just...
I do not believe so. I think
Okay.
those
This
are
is just
kind
to
of
see
general.
how good of detail you got off of her when you tried to mimic her, basically.
That's actually even better. 6.
No.
6. Beautiful. So you guys watch as, in response to this question, Kellen is just like, I know illusions, no problem. And what does it look like when you cast this? 'Cause it has a somatic component, yes?
I believe so. Yeah, so like in my mind, the verbal would obviously be the spell casting. I don't know how you're deriving the sort of magical consonants in the actual spells themselves. But somatically, he would be doing the kind of like you start at the top and it changes as you pass through. The sort of like
Very cool. Very cool. And so you do that. You look like a dragonborn. It's not that you don't look dragonborn-y at all. It's just maybe you don't look exactly like the person that you were trying to imitate. And so Professor Alfred Bloom immediately goes to you. He's like, oh, excellent attempt. I do like... Yes, it can be very difficult. Again, this is a problem I think most people don't realize. But the back of the head, if you haven't looked at it to mimic it, is very difficult for your mind to accurately kind of guesstimate. So from the front, it's honestly not bad. Very good. So what, if you were casting the spell, would be the purpose of it? Mr. Blitz, was it?
it was or is. I suppose that the purpose would be to obfuscate your identity or to try to represent yourself as someone else.
Mhm. Very good. So for disguise self, you are trying to alter the sensory experience of yourself in the eyes of others. Now, there are obvious limitations, and as he says that, he passes his head through over yours, where it should impact this Dragonborn's head, and it just goes through. And so, obviously, this is fully an illusion. It is not an actual change of physical property.
Otis
So
could
it
say something
will
so
not
mean-spirited.
serve as a lens. Very good. Anyone else? You have a example of illusion.
Does anyone in the class speak up?
Yes. You see, let me check what level of spell this is really quick. I'm pretty sure it's the first level. You do see one person just cast minor illusion in their hand. It's a person you haven't met yet. A goblin that's sitting a little ways behind you just kind of puts a hand out, and there's a minor illusion of it. It looks like Ardris's very fancy quill set that is in their hand for a little bit and then dissipates. And then you see, let me see, who was that? You see the same Dragonborn that you just targeted does something.
Just does something. Okay.
Well, you see there is the yeah, did we get that already? Sorry, I had this pulled up earlier and I closed it when we were doing our battle.
It's all good.
Yeah, so they do a somatic component that it almost looks like like the finger dancing, like the cool locks and stuff that you can do with your hands. I cannot, so I will not attempt to demonstrate. They do something very similar to that for their somatic component for the spell.
Some ninja hand signs.
Something sort of like that. And they whisper this word in Draconic, and as they whisper it, you see that you hear it kind of go through the classroom, and then when it gets to Kellen, it dissipates. And Kellen, do you want to say anything?
Like, as in, would he speak in reaction to this?
Yes.
Probably not. Unless, like, is he feeling any mental effects?
It's not a mental effect, no.
Then he wouldn't have any reason to speak.
Okay. I don't know if any of the rest of you would want to talk. Professor Alfred Loom decidedly doesn't say anything, but kind of nods.
Nah, like Otis would be pretty good. He wouldn't appear much.
Yeah, Micah doesn't talk. I mean, he has a speech
Then you
impediment.
see that next to you, Scram turns around to be like, and then as her mouth moves, no sound is coming out.
Do I recognize the spell?
Make an Arcana check, unless, I mean, I don't think you have it.
No, I don't have this spell. 18. It's 18.
You recognize that this is the silent spell. So it is a 20-foot radius sphere targeted on Kellen that everyone inside is deafened. And no one inside can cast the spell with a verbal component.
This silence, that's a very good spell to know.
You cannot say that because
No, he
you
still
are
says
in the
it.
silence.
He still says that. He doesn't make a sound, but he does make the.
Yeah. All right. You do see a couple other people. One person goes invisible. One person is.
Are they sitting outside of the range of silence?
Yeah, they are. Like, yeah, this
Okay.
is someone from across the room. This is not everyone near you is just kind of like, unable to do anything. One person casts color spray. And so just a few students try some of these different illusion spells. And eventually the silence fades around you and the world comes rushing back in. And Professor Alpha Gloom goes, "Oh, fantastic. It seems that you have a decent understanding of the purpose of illusion is to affect the ability to perceive reality, whether to change auditory information, visual information. There are many different ways that we can affect what the people around us think is true." Any questions?
When's lunch?
Excellent question,
Wow.
Mr. I think you wanted to be called Otis, correct?
Is he able to speak
You better
by that
believe
point?
it.
Yeah, the silent spell has just faded.
Okay.
So, Mr. Otis, excellent question. It is nearly about time for lunch, so I will wrap up here with a piece of homework. Sometime during this week, I would like you to demonstrate mastery of an illusion spell. This does not have to be an individual undertaking. Your party can show this to me. I prefer for it to be a surprise. So come find me at some point during my office. Preferably don't interrupt my class, but if you can, well, it would be surprising, wouldn't it?
I do what I want.
Oh, good.
Spoken exactly as someone who has never faced consequences for their actions would. Excellent. Well, if there are no further questions, I will release you to lunch. I look forward to seeing what you can cook up that is surprising. And Professor Alpha Gloom turns to the desk and begins collecting his stuff. You now realize, Micah, like, not only was the Chancellor acting just a little bit different, like, it was a very, very, very good illusion in terms of he is good at mimicry of voices and this kind of thing. But you can tell that, like, maybe what you picked up was, that's not her bag. It was like generic environmental stuff that you're like, okay, wait, something isn't quite right here. The classroom gets really loud. As people start getting excited about lunch, they're going to head off. And all of you are able to go and eat. And in fact, I think that we're going to stop at one half day finished here in Rivenwood Academy. We'll join back next time as you head to your individual classes and also your enchantment class.
Ooh, all right.
I'm
Well,
excited for that one.
yes. Well, I hope you all had a great time watching this stream. I know I had a great time. Thanks again to Aaron for bringing this wonderful world together, as well as the players here. If you missed part of the stream, you can be able to catch us on Twitch as well. The VOD should be out probably immediately after this is over, or you can wait until this Friday, where it will be released on YouTube with a higher quality product. Streamlabs was able to record a bit higher than what Twitch is able to stream. So if you want to wait for a bit and have a higher visuality as well as better auditorial capabilities, come on our YouTube channel on Friday around 1:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll go from there. So yes, I hope you all had a great time for this session, and we look forward to see you all again for next week for episode 3 of Rivenwood Academy. Farewell for now.